Good morning. We're back on the Sage Creek Cottage project. We're past our truss delivery. They're laying up on the plate there, and we're doing the timbered framing at the front entry. So what you can see behind me is the posts going in, and there'll be a timbered beam system on top of those, and all of that at the end will be exposed and stained. As you can see in the foundation, it's poured just like the rest of the house foundation. There's two ways to do it. You can either do it in single piers, one for each post, or you can do it tied to the house foundation in the format that we have here. Both systems work really well. The advantage to this system, it has everything tied laterally. It also spreads the loads farther, so the whole timbered front entry is being supported. Whereas with the pier system, each pier is directly on its own footing, and if that footing for some reason would happen to settle, it can really make your front entry get all crooked. One of the reasons we do this on most floor plans is that it just ties everything together and prevents that from happening. There's bolts epoxied into the foundation to hold this steel connector to the base of the post. The post doesn't need to be near this big for structural. We'd be fine with a 4x4 here. But on this particular project, the size is to give the entry that big beefy look. And we went with an S4S Doug fir post here, which will eventually get stained, and it'll have Doug fir beams on the top, and they'll also get stained. And then once the porch pours, the porch will have a new form set, and the porch will actually pour to the bottom of this and all the way to the front of the house, and there'll be some steps out front, and then all you'll really see at the end is the porch and these big beefy beams sticking out, and it'll give it that grand entry look. Behind me, you can see that there's a beam that's been sheeted that's spanning from this corner of the building clear over to this corner of the building. And actually that span is a little farther than the beam's rated for. There will be a post installed that just hasn't been put in yet, and that post will match the posts out in the front of the house. Follow me. Above here, you can see that we've calculated a glue lamp beam for the span of this porch. That span is actually calculated from the wall there to this point here. And back in our foundation video, we showed you a picture of a great big 24-inch round footing that was poured in the ground. That's actually underneath of the patio slab here, poured all the way to the bottom of concrete, and then we'll be installing a post here that'll carry the mid-span of this beam, and the beam's calculated from here to there to carry the roof load, snow load, etc.